Racing lines are hard. With no two corners being the same, it's tough to guess what the most efficient way around the track is. You might even be tempted to use the racing line assist. Well, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't. There are 3 main reasons you shouldn't use this assist, 3 reasons why it's useless, and 3 reasons why it's making you slow. One of the issues I have with this racing line is that you're not actually learning the track. Sure, you might know a decent line through it, but you completely forgo gathering the context around it. Whilst learning a track, you use the furniture scattered around it as markers, such as this white board for the point at which you should brake at, or this paint marking as your downshift point. To demonstrate these markers' importance, some tracks even set out cones specifically for this purpose. As a result, as soon as you turn that racing line off, you're going to be lost. You might have memorised what line to take a corner on, but you won't know when to brake, downshift or turn in. You'll become dependent on the line, and when you do become dependent on it, it's not even that fast. No, seriously, look. When driving on a circuit, we essentially want to make it as straight as possible, so we have more time on the throttle. This means entering and exiting the corner as wide as we can. So why isn't the racing line showing us that? Here, here, and here. All wrong. Even when the racing line does get it right, the braking zones are way too long, and acceleration points way too late. It appears as though the racing line assist is made for a 12-year-old, not someone that wants to go fast on a track. So instead of using this assist, try this. It's a technique that I've been using for years to learn tracks, and I think it'll help you. But before I show you this magic technique, first a word from my sponsor, Factor 75. Factor allows you to get fresh, chef-created meals delivered to your doorstep. They're never frozen and designed by dietitians to ensure every meal is packed with premium nutritional quality. If you're anything like me, you make an absolute mess whenever you so much as think about cooking a meal. Factor 75's meals arrive pre-prepared and ready to eat in 2 minutes or less. It's cleaner than cooking and faster and healthier than ordering in. Click the link in the description or go to go.factor75.com and use the code on the screen for a whopping 50% off your first box. So what you want to do is take a few slow laps around the track. Put the car in a high gear so you aren't tempted to step on the throttle and take off. Visualize your own racing line and try driving through it as smoothly as possible. Open up each corner, starting from the outside, then apex on the inside, then back to the outside again. Spot which points you might need to brake for a corner at, and use a piece of furniture like a tree as your braking marker. Then, once you've sussed out the racing line, start speeding up, but slowly. Lap by lap, incrementally go faster. Still using the same racing line, still being smooth, and still using those braking markers you spotted earlier. With each and every lap, you should be able to find yourself pushing the car harder and improving your lap times. And perhaps your old braking markers were too early, so move those back and find a new item to use as your marker. Maybe the line you initially thought was fast isn't optimal through the corner, so edit that as you go. This slow build up using the correct racing line is far more useful than the assist. It allows you to build your own track knowledge, your own mental racing line assist, which can be edited if needed. If you try a different car, for example, a slow road car won't have the same braking points or lines as a Formula 1 car, so repeat this process every time you want to learn a new car or track. This is what I do, and I can completely learn a track within 10 laps. But that'll come with experience. But do you want to know what else you can learn in 10 laps? Watch this video in which I'll be teaching you how to use downforce correctly.